everybody, it's Call Rain Tarot. I am filming this on the night of the full moon in Libra, and I don't know if you can hear in the background, there's some nice rain noises because it's currently raining where I live, and it's just really beautiful and a nice night, and I wanted to do a love spread tonight for how you can bring love into your life, how you can face commitment, and those kind of things that are surrounding love. I'm going to be using a spread by Emerald Lotus Divination on Instagram. I saw this actually on Pinterest, and I thought that this spread would be a really cool use for this video. I haven't done this before. And first, before we do pile picking, I wanted to cleanse you, and I wanted to use this Aura Smudge spray. It is a smokeless spray. It is for clearing and uplifting a sacred space. So let's spray this, and if you allow me to do this, this can cleanse you through the video by proxy. So smells really nice, smells like sage. So now that we've cleansed the space and potentially cleansed your aura, let's get into pile picking. So let's go. Okay, so I have the piles laid out. I'm gonna start by lighting a candle to just call in guides and angels of the highest compassion and truth, and bring us messages that we need to hear now that our space is cleared. I'm using a heart chakra candle because that is going along with the spread that we're doing today. So if you could take a couple breaths to center yourself, connect with your guides, connect with your higher self. Ask for a number, ask for a calling to a certain pile. So this is going to be pile 1 with this little angel charm on top. This is pile 2 with this little pink granite stone. And pile 3 with another pink granite stone, but this one's a little bit grayer. So whichever pile is calling to you, the time is going to be in the description below as always. Otherwise, let's get started and move into pile 1. Okay, hello pile 1. If you chose pile 1, this is going to be your reading, or if you were drawn to this little angel charm. So we're going to set this little angel off to the side, and we're going to start with the spread. So I've already pulled these cards. Card 1 is going to be how to allow more love in my life, and that is the 9 of Wands. So I'm actually probably gonna have to pull these little things out of the way that I have here so we can make space for this spread. Let's do that. Okay. Card 2 is going to be a new way I should start expressing my love, and we have the 2 of Cups. So that's really cool. That's a great way to start this. Number 3, what can I do to find and or maintain lasting love? We have the Ace of Swords. Card 4, we have something I need to learn about commitment, and we have the 6 of Cups. Card 5, we have something I need to learn about trust, and we have the 2 of Swords. Strength. For card 6, something I need to learn about communication. And the other 2 I'm going to put off to the side. So we have card 7, describe my soulmate. Judgment, and then card 8, soul lesson I am learning about love, and that is going to be the 4 of Pentacles. So I feel like a lot of you are already in a relationship, or you have been in a relationship for a while, or you are currently with somebody but you are separated from them physically, or you just are on some kind of a break. With this 9 of Wands as your how to allow more love into your life at the moment. This card is talking about having your guard up. That's something that I'm hearing for this group. I feel like some of you feel like you need to protect yourself from love, or you're afraid of getting hurt in love. You're looking, especially with this, I know I'm jumping, but especially with this card being the card to describe your soulmate, it could be a soulmate that is in your life at the moment, or however you view the term soulmate, it could also mean life partner. But this person that you are trying to manifest, or you have manifested, depending on how you feel about the relationship that you're in, with this Judgment card, it's talking about looking back in the past and seeing how people have treated you in the past, in past relationships, and seeing how that may have brought up fear in you. And I feel like you're somebody who really likes to connect to guides when it comes to your love life, or you like to connect to angels, especially about your love life. With this Two of Cups, a new way I should start expressing my love, this is talking about looking for even exchange, offering your cup to others when you feel called to do so. I feel like since you're a person who is really connected to your guides and you're very spiritual in your love life, when you ask for that guidance and spirit says yes, you should make the move, you should talk to another person, you should extend that offer of love to somebody, you should go out of your way to listen to that and show how you would like for things to be reciprocated. So it's like the golden rule is something that I'm hearing. It's like treat others the way that you would like to be treated, and don't have your guard up so much. I feel like this group is very guarded and has their guard up a lot, which is something that you could potentially be blocking your own blessings by doing so. With the third card, what can I do to find and or maintain lasting love? With the Ace of Swords, I feel like this card is talking about having conversations, and also conversations with yourself. Having that clarity within, finding it at least, so that then you can express it to others. I feel like some of you are having trouble facing yourself about the fears and the doubts and the projections that you are feeling within yourself, and so you can't be fully honest with other people and be able to explain to them how you really feel, what you see for the future, and also how you would like communication to work in a relationship with another person. With this Six of Cups being something you need to learn about commitment, or not commitment, sorry. Something you need to learn about commitment, it's talking about not only relying on things in the past. So past memories and circumstances that have to do with this situation are not the only determining factors in how this relationship is going to progress forward, or how relationships are going to be in the future for you. Don't rely fully on the seeds you have sown or how things have manifested in the past to determine how your future is going to play out. If you want something healthier in the future, you need to also believe that that will happen. And also, for those of you that are in a healthy relationship, or you are already in a current partnership, it doesn't have to be necessarily healthy. Don't dwell too much on the past and how things have happened in the past to determine your future. If you've had a rocky past with this person and things are looking up and they're putting in more effort and being more of the person that you know that you deserve, then trust that more. People are going to represent themselves, and your guides are not going to let you be in a situation that is misrepresentative of where you should be and is misleading. I feel like some of us think that even if something bad happens, we like to question our guides and question our guidance at the time. And it's like sometimes we need to be in a relationship to help us learn things and help us learn things about ourselves, not just learn things about our life path in general, but like learn things also about a certain archetype of person and what we should avoid or what we do want in the future. With this Two of Swords, referring to something I need to learn about trust, is that sometimes you're not going to know everything, and if we did know everything, there would be no fun in life. If you could see everything in the future, then you would never be able to be surprised by life and have beautiful miracles come into your life if you knew and you could predict everything that happened. I feel like it's interesting that there's these X's and then there's this XX again. This could be something to do with some kind of romantic situation for you, like I'm not sure, but that's just a message that's coming through. Take that as it resonates. With the Strength card coming up here for something I need to learn about communication, I feel like with this card it is again talking about extending your truth and putting forward what you feel, being, it's like biting the bullet is the phrase that is coming to mind. If you have something that's kind of difficult to say or you're afraid to say in a romantic relationship, or even in family or friend relationships as well, because love is something that we don't only experience in a romantic relationship. If you're having trouble speaking your truth and being afraid that it won't be reciprocated back, especially with this Two of Cups, Spirit is telling you that the people that are meant to be in your life are going to love you regardless of the truth that you are currently facing and what you feel you need to communicate in your reality. If you communicate your truth, you will always have somebody there to back you up and support you and understand where you're coming from. So with this, we've already touched on this a little bit, but this card is to describe your soulmate. So this could be if you view a soulmate as temporary or someone who's just in your reality for a certain amount of time, that could be that person, but it also could be the person that you are meant to be with long term if you believe in that and you want to manifest that as well. This card is coming out as Judgment. So this is somebody who you may have already met. With this Judgment card coming forward, that could be a signal, and I feel like a lot of you have met somebody that you could envision yourself settling down with and building a life with, but this also could mean that you have the possibility and the capability, especially with this ability to manifest things using the moon cycles, to reach out to your guides, because I'm thinking of the traditional Rider-Waite interpretation where it is like the angels looking down and calling down on the people, and the people are like, they could be like little Cupid babies or whatever. I don't really know if they're people or angels or whatever they are. They're calling up to the heavens and they are asking for guidance, I feel like, by raising their hands up in their heads. And that's really what your guides are asking you to do, is just ask for signs and ask for synchronicities about this person if you are really interested in manifesting somebody who's going to be a life partner or becoming the person that is ready to have a life partner or have a soulmate come in. Also, I feel like for some of you, you are calling in a soulmate at this time, and that has to do with this Judgment because you've just recently gone through a transformation, which is like this bird coming out of the darkness. You've done a lot of shadow work. You're leaving that behind. With this Four of Pentacles in reverse, talking about a soul lesson I'm learning about love, I feel like this has to do with releasing control, letting old relationships go. You could have just kind of moved out of a lot of relationships or let other people fall away from your life, letting like stagnant relationships that you realize just aren't serving you anymore leave your life, and that's in order to move into a deeper place of love, into alignment with people that are on the same frequency as you or on the same life path. They have similar goals, they have similar aspirations as you do in your life, and they are here to, like, you're moving into relationships with people that are going to help you along your path, and you recognize that you needed to create space by letting go of other things. This also could be relationships that you had with substances, or because you can have relationships with objects or habits or behaviors as well. So things like that, letting those out of your life so that you can create space, because anything that you let out, it always leaves an opening in its place so that new things can come in and have room to spread out. So I think that that's all I'm getting for you, pile 1. I hope that this resonated. This spread was really cool. Again, it was by Emerald Lotus Divination on Instagram. This is an all about love tarot spread, and I will have her Instagram also linked in the description as well if you want to check out any of her spreads. Also, I do personal readings, and I have an Instagram account as well if you'd like to check me out there and see more daily content, and possibly contact me if you would like more personal reading. So thank you so much for watching this pile 1. I'm going to move on to pile 2. Hello, my beautiful lovelies that chose pile 2. If you resonated with this pink granite stone, or just pile 2 in general, then this is going to be your reading. I'm going to swap out this angel from pile 1, and I had to move everything kind of to the side, just with the way that this spread is kind of spreading itself out. So let me see if I can adjust this so that we can have more room. Okay, perfect. So we're going to use the spread by Emerald Lotus Divination. Immediately as I'm tapping into pile 2's energy, I haven't looked at the cards, but I did ask the questions and shuffle and have the cards come out as I usually do. I feel like some of you may be possibly a little anxious about your love life, and that's why you chose to watch this video today. I feel like there are some things that you're currently in the process of working through. You are in the middle of a cycle at the moment. So let's look at card 1, how to allow more love into my life. And we have the 8 of Pentacles. Card 2, a new way I should start expressing my love. 4 of Wands. Card 3, what can I do to find and or maintain lasting love? We have the Queen of Swords or Mother of Swords in this deck. 4, something I need to learn about commitment. We have the 7 of Swords in reverse. For card 5, something I need to learn about trust, and we have the Magician. Card 6, something I need to learn about commitment, and we have Justice in reverse. Let's make sure you can see all of these. Okay, card 7, describe my soulmate, and we have the 2 of Pentacles, and then finally a soul lesson I'm learning about love, and we have the Emperor. So I feel like a lot of you may have some avoidance of relationships. Let's dive into the 8 of Pentacles here. So how to allow more love into my life, and it's talking about it. This is like the work card. This is feeling like you have to do a lot of work to bring love into your life. I'm feeling a lot of shadow work, tying things together. So things that are seemingly unrelated, experiences that you've had with people who aren't romantic partners, viewing how that is currently affecting your life, what lessons that you may have learned from these friendships or partnerships, things that you also are learning about love in family relationships that may help you with your romantic life. just about attachment in general because of these people and these situations that you've been in. With card 2, a new way I should start expressing my love, with the 4 of Wands, I feel like a lot of you need to reach out to people that you view as your closest and most common form of stability in your life. Somebody or a group of people that you kind of see as like family, or family outside of your family, like your maid family, and telling them how much peace that you find from this relationship and how much it helps you with your life purpose. Just giving gratitude, because gratitude is something that you can never express too much, and something that is always appreciated by the people that you give it to. You can never appreciate someone too much unless it is in an unhealthy way or you are overexpressing that. But I feel like since Spirit is giving you this message right now, there are people in your life that you could stand to just give a reminder that you care about them, and they really enhance the way that your life is going right now, and they really give you a grounding and stabilizing home base to touch back to. And that could be more than one person, I feel like, especially with this 4 here. So card 3, what can I do to find and or maintain lasting love? Talking with this Queen of Swords energy, I feel like this is you understanding that you have love within yourself. And the Queen of Swords, I think of somebody who's more independent, somebody who can stand up for themselves, express their highest truth, and not really worry about stepping on other people. Or it's like the emotions and life path of another person are still important to you, but they don't get in the way of you communicating your truth. So with this card, I think of perceptive and perception, kind of looking into the people that you have around you and seeing their intentions clearly. I feel like some of you may need to let certain relationships or certain attachments to things kind of fall out of the way right now, because you've intuitively been picking up that they're not serving your highest good, but you are kind of afraid to let that out of your life. And sometimes it is really hard, and it is kind of a process to let those things fall to the wayside. But once you do let those things out of your life, you will see them for what they really are and see how they were helping you or teaching you a lesson about something. We have with this 7 of Swords right here in reverse, and that's in the place of something I need to learn about commitment. I feel like some people, especially in the past, have betrayed your trust, and they have kind of, it's like, I'm getting the phrase too good to be true. Like somebody showed you something and you bought into it. You felt a little naive because of this, and it's not to say that all relationships are going to be that way. I feel like it tainted your view on love and had you see love as transactional, or something that, okay, well, if I need to put in this much, I'm not really going to get this much out, so why should I put in anything at all? I feel like there are some people, this could be family or romantic relationships or even friendships, where people kind of took from you, and now, like this fox is sitting on a sword, it's like now you kind of keep to yourself. You feel like you can't really express fully how you feel, because, or you have to keep a certain amount of like things to yourself because being vulnerable is a little scary. Moving into the Magician here being something that you need to learn about trust, I feel like with this card here, it's talking about trusting in your divine nature and the divine laws of the universe to kind of make up for any ways that people have harmed you in the past. So if you feel betrayed, or you feel like it's hard to trust people, or you maybe have made commitments to people that haven't been reciprocated, with the Magician card here, this is talking about having those commitments give you the skills, or not even commitments, but those ways in which you've extended yourself to another person and possibly it hasn't been brought back. You are learning that those situations show you where you need to put your energy and where you can invest yourself, and you will get the response that you desire. I've been in situations personally where I've given devotion to somebody, or loyalty, or just time, energy, and it sucks when somebody doesn't give that back and they don't reciprocate, but it shows you where you can invest yourself and where you can put your energy, and it will be reciprocated, because there are always people that do reciprocate back to you and show you that you're worth their time and that they care. So I feel like this also, the Magician is always talking about alchemy, where you can have even exchange and you can ask and call on your higher power and higher forces to come in and help you manifest things. And I feel like with this infinity symbol right here, this is also talking about the law of attraction and karma, and how what you put out, you will also get back. So if you start investing a lot in yourself and investing in your higher purpose and investing in what you want to bring into this world and the contribution you want to make into this world, the world will also bring things back to you and give you that support that you need to be able to contribute what you need to. With the 6th card, something I need to learn about communication. Justice is in reverse. And I feel like this is talking about, this is a specific message if you've been trying to talk to somebody that is clearly just not reciprocating that energy and you're getting frustrated. With this, I feel like this is the balance of scales and it's in reverse. It's like something is unbalanced. You shouldn't be extending your communication or trying to converse with somebody that is obviously not interested or not as invested in the conversation as you are. That's just a message for some of you, but at least with this communication, it's like if you don't share your truth, or if you lie to somebody, or if you're not representing yourself properly, then the other person also is going to mirror that back to you. And this is in family, friendships, and also romantic relationships. But if you are not being 100% honest and you're not fully explaining where you're coming from, then it's really hard for the other person to then also be able to come back with the same level of communication. Or a higher level of communication, So whatever you're putting in, you're also going to get out, basically, with this lesson about communication. This is describing your soulmate. So I feel like if you view a soulmate as more of a karmic partner or somebody that is in your life temporarily, or somebody that is just a romantic partner right now, then this 2 of Pentacles is talking about possibly balancing between things that you want to focus in on for yourself and then also having a separate space for this relationship, because not everybody wants a long-lasting commitment. Some people would like soulmates to come and go, and that's all fine and dandy, but a lot of us view soulmates as being like a long-term or life partner. So if you're taking this card as describing your soulmate in a long-term sense, or somebody that you want to be paired with, be married, that kind of a thing in the future, then I feel like this is talking about being able to get yourself in balance first and understand what your individual life purpose is right now. Seeing that this person is on their way to you, their path is going to align with you, and you are going to meet each other in the middle. Metaphorically, you will find a way to come into union with each other eventually, but you cannot come into union with this person if you do not first figure out how you need to transform personally to become this butterfly, to become the fully sprouted version of yourself. And I think it's interesting that I picked up on this pile, like, remember at the very beginning I was like, you guys are in the middle of a transformation. You are in the middle of figuring yourself out and kind of making these boundaries. Also with this Four of Wands, I feel like this is establishing boundaries and saying, okay, these are my close friends. These are the people and the things that make me feel really good, bring me joy. Everything else is fine and dandy, but it is not meant for me right now. And that's also with the Queen of Swords, talking about how you can find lasting love, is just cutting away everything that doesn't serve you. The final message, a soul lesson I am learning about love, being the Emperor right here. I definitely feel like this is talking about you really understanding and conceptualizing what kind of a relationship is really going to feed you at a soul level. You are really understanding through other relationships that you've gone through recently, or just by watching things unfold for other people, what kind of a person you want to be in a relationship, and also what kind of a person you want to be on the other side of that relationship. So how you want an ideal partner to act, to have morals of, to desire in the outcome of a relationship as well, and how you want this person to fit into your life, basically. Because every time you get into a partnership or you have people that come and go from your life, you also find them a little niche in your life. They fit into a certain aspect, and you can bring certain things to them and have them come along with you on certain journeys that you need to learn, and finding where those people fit is really important for you. I feel like also something that you are learning about love right now is also who you can confide in for advice, and who is just somebody that, not to say that they're like an afterthought, but like who is your go-to like group of people. That's also talking about Four of Wands here, is like who is your group of people that you go to at first when something happens, and then also who are the people that, yes, they care about you, they're your friends, they're there for you, but like maybe they're not the person that you get advice from immediately. Also the people that you possibly can trust really well. Like, it's just establishing a foundation of a good group of people, like a soul family or soul tribe type of energy that is coming in for you to really understand your love life and how you give and receive love in a platonic and a romantic sense. So that was a lot, but just know that your transformation, you are doing this at the moment to help yourself grow and evolve and become the person that you really know that you're capable of. You are almost there. You just need to lean on the relationships and the people that you know have your best interests in mind. You definitely are on the right path, and you are definitely like weaving that web. You are understanding what kind of network of people that you want to have in your space, and you are doing that. So I will link Emerald Lotus Divination's Instagram in the description box below. Also, if you want a personal reading, I do those, so I will have that in the description as well. Otherwise, thank you for watching this video. I will see you in the next one. I'm going to move on to pile 3. Hello, pile 3. If you chose this grayish pink rock, then this is going to be your love reading using the All About Love tarot spread by Emerald Lotus Divination on Instagram. I will have her Instagram linked in the description box, as well as the deck that I'm using today, which is the Wild Unknown. So, let's start with the spread. The first message that I got as soon as I tapped into this pile's energy, which was kind of weird, was I am afraid of love. Whether that be consciously or subconsciously, I feel like there's some kind of a block that you have up to love and to receiving love. It's just a fear that accompanies you when people have shown you love that is confusing or love that relies on you to put in more than what you are getting back. And I feel like you are at the place where you're kind of like, okay, I don't really want to put up with this anymore. And I feel like you are calling in much healthier relationships, which is a really good sign. First off, we have the 9 of Cups in reverse for how to allow more love into my life. Second card we have here is the Daughter of Wands, or the Page of Wands, for a new way I should start expressing my love. We have the 8 of Swords in reverse for what can I do to find and or maintain lasting love. For the 4th card, we have the 10 of Cups, which is something I need to learn about commitment. We have the 3 of Cups, so much Cups energy. For 5, something I need to learn about trust. And then 6, we have the Hanged Man, something I need to learn about communication. The 7th card is Describe My Soulmate, which is death. Interesting description of a soulmate, but we'll work with it. And then a soul lesson I'm learning about love, and we have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. So with this 9 of Cups here, that's usually a card of bringing in manifestations, wish fulfillment, that kind of a thing. And I feel like when it's talking about how you can allow more love into your life, since it's in the reverse position, like I said before, this fear is the opposite of faith, that you are deserving of love, first of all, and second of all, that you are capable of reciprocating love and not getting your heart broken. And I feel like a lot of you are kind of afraid in romantic situations of getting your heart broken, having that 3 of Swords energy, and that's why you're kind of subconsciously like blocking anything that would bring you fulfillment. And with this Page of Wands or Daughter of Wands, I feel like the way that you can express your love is letting people into what you know to be true about your spirit and about your soul. I know that you have learned something about yourself recently. You may have figured out a trait or a quality within yourself that really makes you feel fulfilled and feel brought up and feel like you are just so proud to be the soul that you are. And sharing that with others is going to help you a lot. And it's going to show others the beauty that you find within yourself, whether that be just on social media or sharing that in conversation with people that you know are going to really support you and love you for figuring things out about yourself. I feel like you have recently had a spiritual breakthrough, and now that's why you're facing these fears and these emotions surrounding love that keep you kind of in a complacent energy. With this 8 of Swords in reverse, talking about what can I do to find and or maintain lasting love, stop speaking negative things into existence. I feel like a lot of you possibly are saying to yourself, this could be out loud or in your head, just saying things like, I don't deserve love, or I'm never going to have a partner that reciprocates things to me, or I am going to be alone forever. Those kind of phrases and things that you tell yourself are just keeping that away from you, and it's proving yourself right when you say that. And I feel like if you're afraid of that coming in and you say those kind of things to yourself, it's like a self-fulfilling prophecy, and then it's like, oh well, I already knew that, like, and it just is a cycle that you kind of get yourself stuck in. And I feel like this being reversed, it's keeping you from transforming, and it's keeping you from being able to just blossom and feel a reciprocal love, which is moving us on to card 4, which is something I need to learn about commitment, the 10 of Cups. It's showing that you're only going to get back what you give. With this 3 of Cups being next to card 5, or in the place of card 5, something I need to learn about trust. This is showing that you do have people that you can trust in. I'm getting the sense that some of you may feel like there's no one that you can trust right now, and Spirit's coming through to say that that's not true. You always have guides, and you always have at least one person in your life that is going to meet you where you're at. Nobody's fully in hermit mode unless you're completely isolated, but I feel like there's always a way that you can reach out, even to a stranger that doesn't even know you, that is willing to listen. The universe will provide a person to confide in if that's somebody that you really need. There's always someone that you can trust, even if it's blind trust, because as humans we crave this connection. And with this 3 of Cups talking about the way that you trust right now is trusting that people don't have bad intentions, that people want to celebrate in the good things. And even if you're scared to share the things that you are learning about yourself, share the things that you understand about yourself, there's always somebody who's going to sense that this is freeing you, this is liberating you, and making you feel really good about yourself. And people want you to feel good about yourself. With this card representing something that you need to learn about communication, think about the way that you communicate with people differently than maybe you had in the past. I feel like some of you are expecting the worst when it comes to what you communicate to other people, or the way that people are going to react to the way that you communicate. And I feel like there's a certain amount of checking in with yourself and understanding where you're at first before you can fully appreciate how you relate with other people. And that also goes back in with the trust. It's like, I feel like a lot of you have trust issues, and have trust issues around communicating your truth and communicating how you genuinely feel to people, because you're afraid of the reaction. And Spirit's saying, get rid of that right now. Like, you need to learn that you're going to communicate your truth with people regardless, and if they like you, or if they like the thing that you're saying, they're going to be able to grow with you and evolve with you and stay by your side through those changes. Otherwise, they fall by the wayside, and it's their loss. It's not your loss. Whatever is meant to be in your space is going to be there. With this death card representing your soulmate, I think it's really interesting, because I feel like this more points to your pessimism about a relationship. If you keep telling yourself that no one's going to be there in the end, then somebody probably won't be there, if that makes sense. Whatever thoughts you give power to, you are inevitably manifesting them. But I feel like also for some of you, this could be somebody coming right after you transform. After you get rid of all of these negative beliefs and you metaphorically let them die, or limiting beliefs. It doesn't even have to be negative. It just has to be beliefs that keep you limited from love and keep you in a space of not aligning with the love that you should recognize that you deserve, because all of us deserve love, and you especially deserve love that is not guarded. If you have to wear armor with the people that you love, or put armor on your heart, then it's not love. And if you have to put on armor around your heart when you're going into love, like as if you're going into battle, then you're seeing love in the wrong way. Love is something that is beautifully vulnerable. And with this death card here, I feel like a lot of you are going to have somebody pop up unexpectedly as soon as you let these limiting beliefs go. And that's what Spirit's really calling you to this video in order to understand, is that once you let these things go, love will come into your life, and even a soulmate type person is going to be there when you feel like everything else has just left and you are kind of not really looking for it anymore. If you are looking for love or trying to grasp at it, it's not going to come. The quicker you realize that Spirit is going to bring things in when you let go of that control, the better that you will manifest these things into your life. And I feel like that also ties in with this soul lesson you're learning about love right now with the Wheel of Fortune card, because this Wheel of Fortune card, as soon as I saw it, especially since it's in reverse, I feel like you are trying to control the outcome of things, especially right now. And when you try and control the outcome, it just usually doesn't end up working in your favor, because we are all like steering our own ship, kind of. That's like the vision that I'm getting right now, somebody like steering a pirate ship or like grabbing a wheel. And if you try and grab the wheel and crank it in the opposite direction of where Spirit is taking you, it's gonna be impossible, and you're going to end up stagnant, and you're going to end up stopped, kind of like at this Eight of Swords energy, where you're like kind of stopped and you're not really being able to progress forward. And if you let certain things come in and out of your life, and you let things fall away, or also move forward in the way that they're trying to be moved forward, whether that be releasing them or bringing them in, whenever you give yourself some kind of allowance to let things work in the way that they are trying to be pulled, you automatically release yourself from feeling this tension and this friction and this anguish that things aren't happening the way that they should, because everything is happening perfectly and in the perfect timing. I think that is going to conclude your reading, Pile 3. I hope that this helps you feel more confident in your ability to manifest love, and help you understand that you deserve love, and that you are a beautiful divine creature that should be able to enjoy love and feel love of the highest form. If you have any questions or you want a personal reading, all of my information is going to be in the description below, and any information about like decks or the spread is also going to be there as well. So thank you very much for tuning in, Pile 3. I will see you in the next video. Bye.